Alright, so got the excavator back. It's a little baby machine, but what the project is for this guy is, this is the first corner we have as you come up our driveway. It's a really tight switchback that changes direction and height really quickly. So it comes up to that corner, and most rear-wheel drive cars just spin out in this little section here because of the weight transfer, or you could go really wide and do a 3-point turn in this section. And we've had one car roll down here slightly, so it rolled and hit one of the trees, which is not good. But the idea here is this is too steep of a change over here, and instead of just trying to muck around with the gradient here, I think I'm just going to go really wide. So go take the driveway up, dig into this bank through here, and come back up that way. So there's a lot of work here, but just set the cameras up and go for it, I reckon. So I got to clean up all these trees, take a few down, little guys, and yeah, start digging the corner. And everything we dig out of there, I'll put on the downside here. So I'll put a couple of trees across these other ones and just start filling it, I think. Alright, well you can tell that took a while because I got a beer and changed my shirt. I was baking here. That's the first time I've connected the hammer, and that wasn't pleasant. I had to phone a friend and go through a few things. So we just backed the pressure off on the system with the machine off, obviously. Got something wedged under the pedal there for the hydraulic, little log. And lastly, I ended up cracking all these quick connections just to bleed them a bit so I could feed them up. This is real dodgy, this one. So I've WD-40'd around this ring, but the ring doesn't slide at all when it snaps in. So I might have to get a new fitting there if it doesn't sort of free up in a little bit. So hammer's connected. First time use of it, let's give it a crack. Alright, it's like day 2 or 3. I've only been doing a couple of hours a day due to family stuff, but we had a torrential downpour last night. It just rained all night. Washed away some more of the driveway, which is great. And all this dirt turned to mud and clay. That's going to be fun. But basically, just going to try and break some more of this rock up, clear out some more stuff, dump this pile off down there, and down further this way, down by the dam, it's all this sort of river, sort of little rivers and runoffs taking its toll. So my van scrapes the four-wheel drive doesn't, but that van does. So just some general maintenance and cleanup, and keep chipping away at the corner. But I ran out of diesel when I was pushing this mound yesterday, so that's where it stopped. I think because of the angle. So first things first, fill it up with some fuel. Got it over there. Get this thing off the mound. I disappeared towards the end of that because I just went down the driveway a bit further, and basically the water that was coming around this corner was just washing away down the middle. There wasn't enough camber in this bit, and it was pretty crap just here, just over there. So I've just sort of given it a bit more camber left and right. But I'll keep moving the main pile down now and just try and get some of this done before it rains again and it gets even muddier and crapper. Back at it for another day. Only doing it for a couple of hours a day, so we'll see how far we get today. I learned a lesson from the other day when it rained, and that was to leave a trench down through here, because if the water piles up, it comes up over the driveway and just made this an absolute carnage mess of mud. So I won't do that again. So every time I finish up, I'm just leaving a drainage culvert there. It's all down to rock now, pretty much. Some big chunks coming out, which is pretty cool. Could use them for a wall or something later. At the moment we're just dumping all this stuff down off the edge, so you'd never drive on it down there, but it's going to just stabilize that edge a bit more. And the idea being, when you swing up here, you can take it a bit wider and come in through here with the caravan sort of touching the edge. So a bit of rock breaking, a bit of work. I'll show you the downhill side of this. So that's kind of like the mudslide down through here. And I just want to put a bit more over where that stump is in the background there, but I mean, it's not really a functional edge, it's just to get that stuff off the hill. Should make a big difference here once that fills in a bit flatter and you can go back further in. Yeah, heaps of these guys lately just falling off the tree. They're pretty cute. I don't know what moth or butterfly they turn into. Anyway, back to it. Keeps on sliding down the hill. It's super unstable there. It's not very safe to work on the edge either. I sort of figured, for the purpose of a car coming up the driveway, I just knocked over the dead tree that was sitting there. There's another one there. might leave him as an upright. And I've put this guy just between the two. I'll go grab the chainsaw, just cut him off, do another one between here and here. That one and that one. So put another bit there, another bit here, another bit down there. I've got a couple of straight bits up on the hill we can use. I'll tear them down. It just gives that edge a bit more stability, I think, and then I can pack some rock on top of it. So I think we're going to do that now, because it just keeps sliding. The mud just keeps going down the end. If you just stay still and listen, you can actually hear the whole hill just creeping. So that just sliding down like a glacier. The water's slowly draining out of this, which is nice. So I can actually work with it a bit easier today. But yeah, let's get some sticks down and do that. I'll go grab the chainsaw. I'm pretty much out of diesel. Go grab some more diesel for it. Get some food. So just driving down to the digger now for, I think it's the third day. Yesterday was a bit of fun. I got stuck between a tree and the edge of the sort of fall off where I've been dumping all the material. So one of the tracks sunk down in the mud a bit, and then the cab went over and got stuck against the tree, which is, yeah, it was a bit of fun. It took me a while to get out actually. It was slightly off to the side of where I was filming last time, so I don't think you can see it very well. But it's I got pretty wedged. Didn't do a lot of damage. I think I just knocked the light off. Far out, I wish I could turn this stupid beeping off. I'm gonna have to rip the dash apart to get to it. It's like, it beeps when you do this, it beeps when your door's half open, it beeps when the safety belt's not plugged in. Too much beeping! Alright, that'll do it. Shut up! It just sunk right down through there before that log was kind of in. It just must have squashed out under the log below it. And that's kind of the marking I just did. That's where the cab hit there. I guess that's why you get a cab on an excavator, and I was working way too close to this edge. It was just it's just mud. I'm putting rocks in now, so it's starting to really firm up at the top section, but all that's just mud down there. I think all I did here was I just knocked this bit. I bent that tab over and the light over. That's about it. Everything else took it like a champ. I think just looking at it from this angle, what I might do is put another tree between those two on the side and then build up there, build up all this section here. So as you come up over that lump, you can come in through here on a flatter ground because it's really angled, and then do a nicer turn. So I might chop down a tree and put it there now quickly before I start backfilling. Going back out because I forgot the memory card for the camera. Quick hitch is not going up. Must have some gunk in here. Looks pretty clean to me. I'm not sure. I think I'm low on hydraulic oil. So yeah, I think we're a bit low on this. I don't know if it's going to focus in here. That sight's, that's way off. That should be half full. Just going to get some oil. Memory card that I went and got before, completely full within 3 minutes of filming. Doing some quick copying. Slow start today. gutter through there for the water in case it rains. Knocked a bit of this back. I think I'm where I want to be with the levels. How far back into the hill. I just got to do a bit more rock breaking through this bottom section and then make a gutter at the back corner. Because literally, like, if you were standing like I'm standing on where the cliff was before, so I'm a good meter extra turning space, and then we've got a good probably half meter over that side too, which is now really stable. The only problem I see with this is, while this is nice being a high point in the middle, it all drains over here as it drains down this way. That's too high on that ridge, so it's going to drain down the middle of the gutter, middle of the road here, and just wash away that stuff. So you can probably see it more if I do this. Like there's a low point just in there, so I'll probably just scrape this edge down, like knock this flat, push it to the high side a bit more, make a bit of a gutter down the edge, just drag it back, and that should be the gutter done. That's super unstable in there. Put some more rock in there. So yeah, we're getting there. I'm going to call that done till I get the toppings in, hopefully next couple of days. The angles are where I want them. It's a bit mushy at the moment, so hopefully the toppings dry that out a bit. Everything looks kind of good. I'm just going to push this rock off the edge and save some of the bigger ones for the house at the top. And then a couple hundred meters down there, there's a real bad washout section, so I'll go down there and fix that up. I'll come back in maybe after the toppings is done and sort of make that a bit nicer. But you can drive right almost to the edge, pretty stable. So it's a fair bit of earth moved, and that corner is way wider than it used to be. It's taken about a week, but I'm pretty happy with that. I'll put the phone on charge and then go do the corner in a second. So yeah, just turning around, and I got a small rock jammed in the track and lost it. So let's have a go at getting this bad boy back on. just down the bottom of the, kind of the lowest point of the driveway. It sort of dips, goes up to the house, and it goes up to the entrance. This is just rutted out. There's a couple of puddles here, so I've already graded this down. And up there, there's a bit of a mess. This gutter and the spring gutter down here is just filled up, so I'm just scraping it clear. And it just starts getting real bad up here because there's probably about 100, 200 meter stretch where it's pretty stable gradient going up there. And normally it ran off the side, but once a bit of a lip formed on the left edge here, it just started running straight down the driveway. So we've got two ruts that just follow, and it's not too bad, but the van scrapes here. We're down to the bedrock in the gutter here, so I'll just try and level it out and put some drains off so it doesn't sort of gather speed and wash it all away. That's the plan. I'd love to seal it. Maybe one day when I have spare 100,000. Yeah. Kind of going out of sight around the corner here. I think what I'm going to do, instead of just filling the channel where the water came down, you can see how the channel's like down this sort of almost towards the crest of the hill. The water's sort of just gone naturally towards the middle and kept on gouging it out. Instead of doing that, I think what I might do is just dig right along the edge and do a really deep channel if I can. It's pretty rocky, we'll see how we go. I'm going to start at the top and start digging a trench down, move the fill to the middle and then camber it that way. It might last a bit longer than what's happened here. It's been 4 years, not bad, but I don't want to pay for someone else to come up here every 4 years and do it. Give it a crack myself. And I'm going to do more of the takeoff so the water doesn't gather speed. Do one every kind of like 5 meters or so and see if that helps as well. So I'm going to set you up here. Might be the best shot, and we'll just start digging back down towards the camera. Alright, it's getting dark and I think I might call it for the day. There's a couple of spoon drains now, like every 5 or 10 meters going down here, so the water shouldn't gather too much momentum. The left side kind of will. Hopefully it sticks really on the left now that I've dug that out pretty deep. So it's a lot smoother than it was. So hopefully it goes into that ridge there. Driving on it a few times. Get a truck up here with some toppings. And hopefully it rains so we can bed it in. That looks a fair bit different to this morning. Hopefully it holds up a little bit. It's always nice to have a smooth driveway, not rutted out. Alright, back at it. Looking at it with a bit more light this morning. You can see that I've got a few problems. It's not wide enough for a truck to come down here without stepping on the gutters. And it's pretty uneven just from pushing the dirt. This machine's just not the right tool for the job. It's tiny and a grader really needs to come down here and just flatten it off. But what I think I might do now that I've done this gutter hard on this side, which I think should take a lot of the water away. On this side, instead of having a gutter, I'm just going to roll it off the hill. So I'm going to clear some of these trees just really close to the edge and like roll that edge so the water can just go off the side, widening it all up a bit. Just scrape all that off basically. see if that makes a difference with the width and a few things. I'm out of breath, so I just ran up to get diesel and back down again. Alright, let's give that a crack. So I like this approach better. I guess I'm new to this, so I'm learning as I go. I had a camber originally and my car just scraped the whole way down. So what I've done is sort of mimicked what the guy probably did up here, which is just keep this whole lot on an angle, except I put a drain on this side so that anything coming down the slope can collect. I'm going to try and get some stones now because I think the trucks will be fun to come down here if I just keep scraping away. And hopefully I can get a couple of loads of stone, at least one up on the corner. That'd be really neat. If I get one tomorrow, I think it's going to rain Sunday night, Monday, so in 1 or 2 days, and then I'll be able to bed that stone in, and hopefully that'll be it for the corner. So I might ring up and try and get a load now. Hopefully the truck makes it up. Yeah, I just missed today's delivery. It's a bit late. It's 2:30. I probably should have ordered it earlier, so I've gone for tomorrow morning. Hopefully I make it down alright. It's only 2.5 cubic meters in the truck, so it's not a big truck at all. They can do a 5 meter truck, but we'll see how he goes. Alright, I'm going to call it for the night. Just spending my days down here digging, flattening dirt off. A bit knackered and it's flat enough. I think that's it. I think we might be done with the driveway soon. Do a bit of a drone flyover maybe tomorrow and have a look at it all. Cool. Have a good night. I'm out. Morning. Think I'll do a quick flyover of the drone, show you the driveway and the areas we're working on quickly, and then get back to it. get some fuel going. Had the truck come up there and just a small guy with 2 meters. Made it up really easily, so I went ahead and got another 5 meters up to that corner, and if I can get him to dump like another 2 up there ideally and 2 here. This isn't too bad. This is mostly recycled toppings and rock anyway, so it doesn't need it as bad, but up on that corner desperately needs it, so that'll be good. So, got the 3rd load of the toppings for the corner down here, and I tried doing a bit of tailgating with it, but it's pretty wet, didn't go so well. The whole load came out down here, so I'm going to drag it up the top and spread it out now. It's pretty even. And the wash should go across to the side now. I'm knackered. I'm getting a truck in about half an hour. Actually, that could be it now. Actually, I think the truck's coming now. So that's just some 50mm loose rock to go up on that muddy section on the corner. We'll put that down and then spread the rest of the topping up there. And then take the car up and down here a few times to compact it before it washes away and I've got to do it all again. Oh man, I'm so glad it's done. What do you think, Wesky? Hey? What do you think? Do you like it?